I drink 4.
Fuck out of here. It's the 50th episode of the Happy Hour. He ain't even want to drink. That's why I ain't drinking. Huh? It don't matter. You ain't know what you mean. This your show too.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't know it was 50th
This your show too. What you mean?
I didn't know it was 50th episode.
It's fine. It's fine. The fans know what it is, man. Shout out to all the fans out there. We appreciate y'all. Somebody, Averett, or Arvid. Thank you, bro. You always watching us in New Zealand. I think that's where you said you are at 4 a.m. in the morning. You a real one, G. I just
want to know what. Like, I just got a real question for you. What are we doing up at 4 a.m.?
Yeah. Why are you up at 4 a.m., sir?
4 a.m. in the morning.
Comment that.
What life are you living?
Exactly. Somebody said, TPJ, how is a top 10 player in the NBA washed? Easy, because you go from number 1 to number 5 to number 10 to number 20, and then your ass is Dwayne Wade, and I'm telling you to go home because it's over.
Kawhi Leonard number 4?
Number 4?
Yes.
He's number 4 because I still don't believe he's better than Steph Curry.
But like you,
look. You can say what you want to say. I don't care. He's not better than Steph Curry.
But I don't understand.
I'm not listening to you. Kawhi Leonard is not better than Steph Curry. I will never. He's not better than Steph Curry. I'm not listening to this.
It's just like I don't understand your qualifications, bro.
I'm not listening to it.
For one, you value winning, right?
Yes.
Why is Giannis number 1 and he lost to Kawhi?
Giannis is number 1 and he lost to Kawhi because he's the MVP.
I don't give a fuck. He lost to Kawhi.
That's your opinion. He's the MVP. He's the MVP. He's coming off of an MVP season, and he's incrementally got better in his career every single year.
Did you have Harden number 1?
I'm not
last year.
Can you let me talk?
Okay, talk.
He's incrementally gotten better every single year of his career. Really. Yes, he has. That's a lie. You ain't watched no goddamn Giannis.
I don't think he got
you ain't watched no Giannis. Stop it. You ain't spent no time watching no Bucks games. Get out of here.
Also, you said that you value offense more than defense. So why is Harden number 7?
What do you mean, why is Harden number 7?
If you value offense more than defense, which you said on Twitter,
yes.
Why is Harden number 7?
Because he chokes. Time after 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 time. Was Harden hurt? Has Harden been hurt in the past 2 years in the playoffs? No. I'm asking you a question. No.
Now you using the injury excuse.
No, it's not even that. It's not even that. I'm using your own logic on you.
What you mean? This is your list. This your list.
No, but I'm
this is your list. This list was made with your logic, not my logic. This list was made with your list, not because my logic would have been
Stop. Because even by your logic, what I'm saying is, even by your logic, the man was injured. So whatever he did while he was injured,
even by my logic, he didn't have 32 points.
Now let me fucking finish.
Okay.
By your logic, he was hindered. Regardless of what you think he was, what happened, if you tore your fucking, labrum?
Yeah.
Tore your labrum in your shooting shoulder, I mean, it kind of is what it is.
Year before?
Huh?
He got knee surgery year before, but
okay then. Before. So if that's what you want to say, then
by my logic, also, the man averaged 36.
But at any given point in time, Paul George on any given floor can be the best player and the best defender. Harden cannot.
I don't think he can.
Harden cannot.
Not at any point in time in any given game. No, he can't.
Harden cannot.
I don't think he was the best player on the Thunder last year. It was still Russell Westbrook.
No, it was not.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
The man averaged triple-double was the best player.
Russell Westbrook shot like 39% from the field.
So because he shot bad, that mean he was a
bro.
So listen. Because he shot bad, that mean that he wasn't the best player.
No, because I watched basketball and I saw he wasn't the best player on the court. I saw he wasn't the best defender out there every night, and he wasn't giving you 28, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists.
He was still giving you 10 boards.
He was not the best defender. He wasn't giving you 28, 7 rebounds, and 5 boards every night.
Listen, he was still giving you 10 boards and 10 assists. I don't even think Paul George would have even had.
Was he the best defender on the floor every night? Okay, then stop it.
I don't even think Paul. But listen, I don't even think Paul George would have had the stamina to be able to go out there and give you 28 points if Russell Westbrook didn't go out there and give you 10 rebounds and 10 assists. Because a lot of that was catch and shoot.
If PG was in Indiana, he wouldn't be averaging like 27, 28?
No.
Who taking the ball out of his hand?
When did he ever do that? When did he ever do that in Indiana?
So Russ is the reason why PG scoring?
It helped him out a whole lot, yes.
You are fucking ridiculous.
Did it not help the man out?
But I'm ridiculous.
It didn't help him out?
You are fucking ridiculous.
It didn't help him out?
You are fucking ridiculous.
So you trying to tell Russ Westbrook
before he went out there and snapped his goddamn leg in half,
23.
and we was expecting him to take another lead. He 4 years later.
He was averaging 23.
And like I said, we was expecting him to take another lead. He 4 years later.
I don't know.
Get the fuck out of here.
You really trying to tell me Russell Westbrook didn't help that man out at all?
Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
You trying to tell me Russell Westbrook
Fuck out
No, look, you trying to tell me Russell Westbrook didn't help that man out at all.
Get the fuck
So when
out
you
of
walk
here.
in the room and got to prepare for OKC, you know how to prepare for Russell Westbrook?
You know what I'm saying? Russ can't shoot, leave him open, let's double PG when he get hot.
He still can get to the paint.
Fuck out of here.
If he get to the paint, kick it
Get
out.
out of here. Go look at that man's shooting percentages.
That don't mean, shooting percentages is not everything. That don't mean he's not helping that man play basketball.
You're embarrassing yourself.
No, I'm not.
You're literally giving Russell Westbrook the credit for Paul George.
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that.
Fuck out of here.
I didn't say
when the man
that.
was averaging 23 and was supposed to be way better than he was the year before.
But
before he went out there and ran into the stanchion, that was too close and snapped his goddamn leg in half.
You said Russell Westbrook deserved
and he better than he ever was before he snapped his leg in half.
You said Russell Westbrook deserved no credit for that man's success.
He don't deserve no credit for that man's success.
I disagree with that.
Fuck out of here. Russell Westbrook was out there letting Donovan Mitchell get that man hands.
When?
Habitually. Ricky Rubio. When they
did not get that man hands.
And then you gonna say Russell scored 44 and 10 in the game they lost.
Motherfucker, in game 7, the man had more turnovers than points.
You was the same one sitting here singing praises about how Paul George was hurt so it don't count.
Okay.
So like I said, by your own logic,
I still know Russell Westbrook had 44 in that game. I still know Russell Westbrook had 44 in that game.
He was getting hands the whole series by Ricky Rubio and Donovan Mitchell. Stop it. You're lying. Stop lying to the people on the internet. You're lying. Don't give Russell Westbrook. Don't give Paul George. Don't give Russell Westbrook credit for that man, Paul George.
I'm not giving him credit for look. I did not give him the credit for all his
wild as hell.
But for you to say the man had no effect on the man is literally that don't make sense.
Only had to go out there every single night and play one side of the ball.
That's not true. He played defense. Look, literally, he got 17 all defensive votes. So I'm not the only one who thinks this. He was the best guard post defender on it. He's the best guard post defender
in defensive voting.
PG.
So what are you talking about?
But G, you said the man played one side of the ball.
G, he got because he got some third all defense votes. So he got some second all defense votes, but didn't make the team. Didn't make any team.
So look, boy,
that puts him in the same conversation.
I didn't say that. Did I say that? When did I say that?
PG.
When did I say that?
Paul George every single night had to go out and be the best player and the best defender. Harden never had to do that. He did not. You're lying.
No, he did not. And actually, hold on. Harden did have to do that some nights because half the team was hurt and they switched everything. Some of his biggest plays this year were on defense. Literally, PG PG has never in his life had the offensive responsibility.
That's top 5 Pavi Cap.
PG has never in his life had the offensive responsibility that James Harden had last year. PG has never in his life had the offensive responsibility James Harden had last year.
Cap.
Which part?
You cap
the offensive part
right now.
The offensive part?
When
the fuck he averaged 35 and 6
I just asked you a very specific question. Does James Harden every night have to go out and be the best defender and the best offensive player? No, he does not.
Motherfucker, I'm telling you, Paul George did not do that either.
You're lying.
He didn't. He had Russell Westbrook still give you 22 points and 10 assists. Assists is offense. It's assists, not offense.
Shooting 39% from the floor.
Motherfucker, it's assists, not offense.
Come on, man.
It's assists, offense. It's assists, offense.
He's not putting that offense in Paul George's pocket?
Really? So none of that assists go to Paul George?
2, 3? You give me 6 points?
Gee, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of fucking points. If he averaged 28, gee, what?
Darren Collison can throw Paul George the ball. It don't take a rocket
not like Russell Westbrook.
Fuck out of here.
Not like Russell Westbrook. Don't demean Russell Westbrook like that.
Ricky Rubio could pass Paul George.
Not like Russell Westbrook. Not like Russell Westbrook.
Not
like Russell Westbrook. You wild as hell if you think Ricky Rubio is the same caliber point guard as Russell Westbrook. That's what you just said. You said he can throw the man the ball.
Skills? Yes. Straight point guard? Yes. Straight point guard? Yes. Straight point guard? Yes. Pure point guard?
When Ricky Rubio led the league in assists?
Pure point guard, Russell Westbrook.
When has Ricky Rubio led the league in assists?
Yes.
When has Ricky Rubio led the league in assists?
He ain't have to lead the league in assists. As a pure point guard, he's a better pure point guard than Russell Westbrook.
Debatable.
Chris Paul is still a better pure point guard.
Chris Paul one of the best pure point guards ever. That's fine.
Okay, so
ever. Rubio,
Chris Paul
no.
Top 50 to me, but he's still a better pure point guard than Russell Westbrook.
Chris Paul is one of the best point guards ever.
Russell Westbrook is a slashing point guard.
Gee,
is a slashing, rebounding point guard.
I feel you, but it's disrespectful to say a man who averaged 10 assists for literally like 3 to 4 straight years can't be a pure point guard.
I didn't say he can't be a pure point guard. He's not. And
because he can score too well. He scores too well to not be that.
He can't if he's shooting 40% from the goddamn field and 65% from the free throw line.
That don't mean he don't score. He can still get to the rim with the best of them. He can still get to the rim with the best of them. He just can't fuking shoot. And he got hand surgery last year, so he wasn't healthy by my logic. Because he got hand surgery after school.
Big cap.
And he got hand surgery after the season. So yeah, he's excused too by my logic.
He excused for shooting 40%.
He got hand surgery.
He had a broke hand the whole season.
We don't know. He might have.
Fuck out of here.
We don't know. He might have. We don't know. How do we know? How do we know? How do we know when he hurt his hand?
Cop and please.
We know when he hurt his hand?
Cop and please.
We know when he hurt his hand?
Cop and please.
Do we know when he hurt his hand?
Oh, I thought the injuries don't matter now.
I didn't say that. I never said that.
Exactly.
When did I say that?
I said, my whole point with my list is, as long as I can make a logical basketball argument for everything that I said, you can't say nothing, and I don't make a logical basketball argument. Because your list be trash as hell, too.
Okay, let's go.
Kyrie Irving. Kyrie better than Steph. Kyrie go out in the first round.
Why is D'Lo and Kemba above Kyrie?
Because they're better players than Kyrie. I saw what Kyrie did in that first round.
How can you quantify that?
I mean, I'm sorry what Kyrie did in the whole playoffs. Unimpressive.
How can you quantify that when Kemba ain't made the playoffs in like 2 years?
Because I didn't say who was the best player last year. This is not a rankings for last season. This is a top 50 players. My top 50 players going into this season. These are the guys that I ranked from 1 to 50.
Why is D'Lo above Kemba?
Because that's why I believe he is. I've been telling you Kemba overrated. I've been telling you he overrated.
Why is he above Kyrie?
Why is he above Kyrie? Because I saw what Kyrie did, and you've been telling me Kyrie the man for all this time.
You to the second round.
Yeah, and then got stomped.
Okay.
Literally, curb stomped.
D'Lo got curb stomped and one of the best players on the team.
D'Lo ain't get curb.
was.
D'Lo,
he didn't.
D'Lo didn't get curb
Who was the best player on the Nets?
D'Lo spent
Who was the best player on the Nets in that series?
the entire series being guarded by a guy that was 6 inches taller than him and a top 5
Kyrie spent the whole series being guarded by somebody who was first team all defense.
Eric Bledsoe.
First team
Eric
all
Bledsoe
defense.
supposed to be able to shut down.
First team all defense.
Steph Curry.
First team all defense.
He shut down Steph Curry.
On the Bucks, he'd have a good chance.
Kyrie got a better
You
package
play
than
defense
Steph
as a
Curry,
team.
but
You play defense as a
Kyrie
team.
got a better package than Steph Curry, but Eric Bledsoe shut down Steph Curry.
Listen.
But Kyrie has a better package.
Listen. You play defense as a team.
You're wild.
And when they run screens up there, and you got Giannis up there, who you said
Kyrie don't come off
who's your
screens.
MVP,
Kyrie don't come off screens.
And shoot.
He don't come off screens.
He don't shoot like Steph off screens.
He don't come off screens.
He don't shoot like Steph
We
off
come off
screens.
screens.
Not really. Not too much. He does a little bit though. Not a crazy amount though. He does a little bit though, yes. And Marcus Smart went there, who is probably the second or third best playmaker on the team.
All right, fam.
Was Marcus Smart there?
What the fuck does Marcus Smart have to do with Kyrie Irving?
A whole lot.
If Steph Curry was on that team, you wouldn't be saying Marcus Smart was there.
I would.
No, you wouldn't. Ain't nobody give Steph Curry no excuses for them injuries in the finals.
I didn't say no. I said it was his best final performance. You was the one who was killing the man. I said nothing about it. I said it was his best final performance.
Because it ain't no excuses.
Listen,
like I said,
I had no issue with winning play in the finals.
All my favorite players are winners. Yours are habitual losers.
That's not true.
With the exception of LeBron James. Most of your favorite players are habitual losers. You ain't fuck with Mike until you started watching YouTube.
I fuck with Mike.
You ain't fuck with Mike until you started watching full Bulls games on YouTube. Get out of here.
Everybody like Mike. Everybody like Mike.
You ain't fuck with Mike until you started.
Everybody like Mike.
You sat up on our show millions of times and told me LeBron James is better than that man until you started watching full Bulls games in HD on your TV through YouTube.
That don't mean I ain't rock with him. Like it's all LeBron's better. That don't mean I ain't rock with him. Who don't rock with Mike?
Capping this whole
Who don't rock with Mike? No, you been capping this whole episode.
Big Cap.
No, you been capping this whole episode.
How I'm capping?
Literally, you just said assists ain't offense.
No, I didn't say
you said no. Listen, you said Paul George had to go out and be the best offensive player.
Generating offense for
you
Paul
said
George.
That doesn't make sense.
Not.
You literally just said he probably gives him 3 assists a game. That's 6 or 9 points.
And Darren Collison can give Paul George 3 assists a game.
No, it's not the same way as Russ.
That's bullshit.
It's not the same way as Russ. You had to prepare. No, bro.
City was running
you have to roll. And you had to prepare way more for Russell Westbrook than you do Ricky Rubio or Darren Collison. You're disrespectful to Russell Westbrook and what he brings to the game.
I'm not. Russell Westbrook is disrespectful to Russell Westbrook because he ain't been playing like he should have. Don't put that shit on me.
You
put that shit on him.
disrespectful to Russell Westbrook.
Put that on
him.
Don't put that on me.
You looking too much at his shooting percentage and not everything else that he can do on the court.
You act like Russ ain't been one of my favorite players since he came into the league.
So what are you talking about?
Russ has gotten worse. He's not getting better.
I disagree with that.
He's not getting better.
I disagree with that.
He's not getting better.
I disagree with that.
Russ ain't got better in
I disagree with that.
Russ ain't got better literally in like 4 years.
I disagree with that.
Because I don't even think he was better when he won MVP. He just had more opportunity. And wasn't nobody there to shoot the ball.
I disagree with that.
Russ ain't been getting better.
I disagree with that.
Russ
I think his basketball
IQ ain't got better since like 2014, 2015.
I think his basketball IQ has improved exponentially every season.
He's not getting better.
I disagree
He's
with that.
not getting better, and his athleticism is declining. He's not getting better.
His athleticism is declining, but
and
I think
he's not getting better.
I think his basketball IQ is getting
your
better.
basketball IQ can't improve, and you still shooting 39% from the field, and you shooting like 20 or 30% from the 3-point line, but you're taking 6 threes a game. Your
he gotta shoot him.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
He has to.
You don't.
He's your point guard. You have to shoot him.
That's a lie.
He has to shoot him.
No, he doesn't. That's a lie.
Look at the team.
No, he does not.
Literally, no, look, bro. Look at the OKC team last year. He has to shoot him. Who else gonna shoot him?
He does not have to shoot threes.
Who gonna shoot him?
So wait a minute. So he got to shoot threes and give up empty possessions on long rebounds from Russell Westbrook bricks versus give the ball to someone else who can actually shoot a three or take a high percentage shot.
Who?
That makes sense to you?
To who? If it's a shot in the rhythm of the offense, which most of them probably worked, they were wide open. He was just missing them. Yes, it's a correct shot. Shoot the ball.
No.
I never have an issue with people missing shots as long as you're taking the correct shots in the rhythm of the offense.
Sit up here and tell me that Giannis don't need to take no threes.
Giannis is no. I never said no threes.
Russ don't need to take threes. Russ can get his 20 in the paint or in the mid-range at will.
Listen.
He is not getting better. And that is his problem. And if he don't come to Houston and he don't play the way he's supposed to, he gonna get his ass traded by the middle of the season.
Listen, I never said Giannis don't need
to
to take
Orlando.
threes. I said Giannis
don't. For Vucevic, they gonna send him. They gonna send Clint Capella to somewhere that need a center. They gonna bring in Vucevic because the contract gonna match. And they gonna say, give us like Vucevic and Aaron Gordon.
Listen,
and we'll deal with it. Keep Russ.
Listen, I never said Giannis don't need to take threes. I said Giannis don't need to be taking 6 threes because it would take away from some of his game.
Russ don't need to be taking 6 threes because it takes away from his game.
Russ is not. But listen, you just said Russ's athleticism is declining.
But you told me his IQ is better.
Yes.
So if his IQ is better, he don't take smarter shots.
Gee, I don't think they're terrible shots.
I do.
I don't think they're terrible shots. Look at the team. Who else needs to shoot the
ball? If he was Steph Curry, yes.
But listen, bro.
Guy who went 90, 50, 40.
But listen, bro, you're discounting.
If he was Steph Curry, jack them bitches.
Listen, bro, you're discounting.
If you Russ and you Steph Curry, I want you to jack them bitches like you never jacked a motherfucking basketball toward the rim in your life.
But listen,
when you shooting 40% from the field and 30% from the 3-point line, stop.
But who else on the team is going to shoot the ball?
It's okay to stop.
Who else is going to shoot the ball?
No, I've been saying this about Russ from the beginning. Still one of my favorite players.
Shoot those shots?
Even look at the game we watch right now. He just had a play where he just ran recklessly to the rim, got it blocked, and it resulted in a turnover, which led to the Clippers basket. He still does the same things now.
Who else is going to shoot these shots?
Sometimes you can just stop.
But listen, who else is going to shoot these shots?
You don't know until you give the ball to other people.
Ooh.
The man averages 10 assists. He can just not take as many threes.
Ooh.
Take a mid-range shot.
Take
a layup. You want to know why? You want to know why he was shooting all them threes? Because he couldn't shoot no free throws. That's why he was shooting all them threes. Because before, when he was an 80 to 85% free throw shooter, he could go straight to the rim. He could get fouled. He would make at least 2 out of 10, sometimes 7. I'm sorry, not 2 out of 10. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. When you shoot 65% from the free throw line, you looking at that basket like, I don't know if I want to come.
Also, they were wide open. Also, those shots are wide open.
Who?
Russ's shots are wide open.
Why do you think he's wide open?
I feel you.
Why do you leave? Why do you leave Ben Simmons at the 3-point line and say
shoot? Shoot. And look. What do people say? Do just shoot the ball. Shoot a couple of them. Because you messed up the offense when you don't shoot.
But if Ben starts shooting and Ben is shooting 12% from the 3-point line or 22% from the free throw line, player, you might want to hold on to that and practice it in the offseason and come back.
And actually, the man took one more free throw shot last year, and he took, I guess, one less 3 last year.
Who?
Russ. The most threes he ever took was 7.2 in the year that he won MVP. He took 5.6 last year. Too many. Really to me, bro.
Too many. I've watched him shoot them out of games. I watched a lot of Oklahoma City games because they usually come on a little bit earlier, like in the mountain time kind of range with those games that come on a little bit earlier. So they usually come on around like 5 to 6 Pacific Standard Time. I watched a lot of OKC. That was Paul George's team last year. It was Russ's team because Russ was the guy. The same way it was D-Wade's team because D-Wade was the guy when LeBron went there. But then clearly LeBron was the best player and D-Wade was like, let me get the fuck out the way. Which last year, Russell Westbrook clearly said, Paul George the best player, let me get out the way.
But bro, like Paul George basically took 10 threes a night. Then the next person is Russ.
What did Paul George shoot though?
38%.
I'm cool with that.
I got you. Russell Westbrook 5.6, Schroeder 4.6, Abrines 4.1, but he only played in 31 games. Then you got Terrence Ferguson, Jeremy Grant, Marquise Morris came over half the season. Like, there's really nobody to shoot the ball. Who else gonna shoot the ball?
You don't need to be jacking up shots.
Who else gonna shoot them?
Look, any
NBA
player out there, if your overall field goal percentage is less than 43, you should not just
I understand what you're saying.
Unless you're on a team like Russ was the year he won MVP, or a team like Allen Iverson was on the Sixers, where there was nobody else on the offense.
I understand what you're saying.
But when you got another guy averaging 28 and giving you 28 points per game, you need to be trying to get that guy to 30 instead of trying to get yourself to 25 when you know you're not in rhythm. And also, Russ started shooting better later in the season. For the first 3/4 of the season, he was literally garbage.
Listen, bro.
No.
Listen, who else is supposed to shoot? I feel what you're saying, bro. But look,
so you're not gonna sit up here and convince me that he somehow mythically gave Paul George powers that we all thought Paul George had before he broke his leg.
No, I'm just saying I'm pretty sure Russell Westbrook helped the man along. Again, when you walk into a room and
he's not hindering the man. He's not hindering the man, but don't say that takes away from what he does, because if that's the case, then Eric Gordon and Chris Paul and Clint Capella take away from James Harden. But clearly they don't, because they don't. They don't.
I disagree with that.
They don't.
No.
They don't take away from his greatness.
No,
he's still great because he's great.
Listen,
he's still great because he's great.
Listen. Hold on. James Harden not averaging 35 without him on the court. That's not happening.
He don't have to.
Exactly. So yes.
He don't have to.
Listen.
The same way he don't have to take all them jump shots.
Listen.
Your guy averaging 28.5 last year. Paul George, he was shooting like 90. Damn near 50% from the field and 38% from three.
No, he wasn't. He was shooting 48% from 43% from the field.
Okay.
38% from three, and 83% from the field.
Okay.
Well, from the free throw line. But bro, like, listen.
What was his PER last year? How efficient was he? Was he over 25?
Was.
He should have been over 25.
But even 5 PER.
That's also why I don't like PER though, because PER don't account for defense.
23.
But
listen.
But like I said, PER don't account for defense. And I got to see that man every night go out and be the best player.
But look, bro, this is what I'm trying to tell you. See, really, so, like, you didn't really have any shooting. The only other shooter you could say you had was Jeremy Grant. He actually shot better than Paul George from 3.
He shot better than Russell. How many players on that team shot better than Russell Westbrook?
From 3?
Yeah.
Basically half the team.
Exactly. So,
but
that's the point, G.
But look at how many threes
they taking. You telling me he got better. You telling me
look at how many threes they taking.
Listen to the point. You're telling me he got better. You're telling me because his mind is smarter.
Yes.
The one thing I've seen Steph Curry do, and the one thing even you have complimented Steph Curry on, is his mind and how he's improved his mental as a basketball player and doesn't take shots that he shouldn't take. He does that. Russ does not do that. So therefore, if you Paul George, usually half the time you like, that should have been going to me.
The only reason that but look.
And I know Russ is averaging a lot of assists, so I'm not saying Russ is a ball hog. But it's a lot of shots that he sometimes should not be shooting, and there's nothing wrong with saying, them not the shots for you to shoot. You meant to shoot other shots. He meant to shoot other shots. Ben Simmons meant to shoot other shots. That's not your shot.
But listen,
you should not be out there taking that shot when you on the lower half of the team in three-point shooting.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is they don't have a.
And I guarantee you the people that was below was probably like Steven Adams and who else? Who else below Russ in three-point percentage?
People who didn't play. So it was like Luau Cabanú, Diallo, Steven Adams, those guys. But listen though. But look, I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is the rest of these people are taking like 2 threes a game maximum and not playing that many minutes. When you look at the team, they really don't have any shooting. This is the first time you've ever seen Russell Westbrook legit play with shooters. Even when they had this team, after they traded Harden, they always tried. Bro. Even when they had this team, after they traded Harden, they always put defensive-minded 2 guards next to the man. Always. With him and Russ, they always had like a Roberson, like a Cephalosha. You've never really seen them play with shooting. Somebody has to shoot those shots. He get the ball and he's wide open. If he don't take them, it fucks up the offense. He has to shoot them.
Harden was crazy part about Harden is that man been a freight train from the day he started. Bodies just be bouncing off that man.
Yeah, he's strong as hell and big as hell.
I mean, that is Mo Williams, but still.
But it's just like, look, I feel you on that. Like this year, if the man takes like 9 threes, it's like, why are you doing that? You got too much shooting to do that. But last year, if I could stick with the roster, he had to take some of those shots. Now, granted, could he have taken maybe 2 less shots? I mean, sure. But really, the only 2 options to like really score the ball was him and PG. And PG took 21 shots a game. So it's not like he was sacrificing. How many more shots can you take besides 21?
More.
Come on, G. Who would take more than 21 shots besides Harden?
He can. You missing my point. Point of it is, Russ is not putting food in PG's mouth.
Also, PG got to show that
which is also why his scoring thing dropped off, because he wasn't scoring as much as he was, and he also wasn't shooting as well as he was after he got hurt. And like I said, I don't make excuses for players when they get hurt, because even PG and them, if they would have lost in the second round, I wouldn't have been upset. But when you lose in the first round against Dame and CJ, smaller guards, I do have a problem with that. Only because of the same thing that I'm saying about Russ.
It was shooting though.
No. You have to get your shots in better spots. And PG was still taking the same shots that he was taking all season long.
I agree with that.
After he hurt his shoulder.
But again, somebody gotta shoot the ball.
It's not about shooting, bro. Stop.
I feel you.
It was so many plays, momentum plays in that Oklahoma City Blazers series, where if PG would have just pump faked and made a dribble, made a play to the basket, or even just take a step in, shoot it. Way different game, way different scenario.
I feel you. There were some games in which the man was taking like 14 threes, which is like way too many, especially with like a bad shoulder.
Yeah, what you doing?
But listen, same time though, when you look at that Oklahoma City roster, somebody has to at least attempt to space the floor. When you look around, Paul George has been a shooter all year. Now, granted, I feel you. That don't mean you probably need to take 14, but also some of those threes probably came late game. You're trying to catch up and just jack up shots. So maybe you need to be more around 8-9 threes a night, right? But still, when you look at that team and you look at you had a situation where basically you had pretty much no floor space. It's not like you had a whole bunch of shooters around. He was the best shooter. Somebody has to attempt to stretch the floor. I feel you, G. I understand what you're saying. But what I'm saying is somebody has to attempt to stretch the floor. And if you get the ball and everybody is 5 to 10 feet away from you looking at you, shoot, bro. I understand, but shoot, G.
No.
You have to put up that shot.
You're not telling me that man put food in Paul George.
He helped him.
I don't want to hear that.
He
So
helped him.
You can go back to critiquing my list, but this tangent we just went on because you was wrong.
No, I'm not
still
wrong. He helped him.
Wrong.
You can't tell me a man averaging 10 assists did not help along Paul George.
Yeah.
It helped him. It took some pressure off him.
The same way Darren Collinson can help him out, Ricky
No,
Rubio,
it's not
and anybody
the same.
that can pass the ball in the pick and roll or pass the ball to an open
It's
shooter.
not the same. Literally, it's not. When you walk into an arena, G, if you game planning for the Thunder, you have to spend time game planning on Russell Westbrook because he is more dynamic than all of those guards. Sure, they can all pass the ball. None of them are as dynamic as Russell Westbrook. You cannot tell me.
So Paul George can't average 28 with Ricky Rubio as his point guard?
Yeah, but it'll be harder. It'll be harder.
So, what's your point in your whole in all of this?
He helped him out. He took some pressure off of him offensively.
Okay.
That's the whole thing.
Okay.
You had a man out there giving you 10 assists. He took some pressure off him offensively. Same thing with the Clippers. The situation he is going to take a lot of pressure off of him offensively. He might average 28, but that 28 going to be a lot easier than what it was last year. A whole lot easier. Because you got way more weapons around you. They can't even key in on you the same. Which is why he wanted to get out of Indiana. Because he was out there by himself. Sure, I could average 28.
Which is why he wanted to get out of Oklahoma City, because he was out there by himself. Exactly.
Not by himself. Look, listen. By himself, no. But the
so why you get traded when?
Because it's a way better situation. It's a way better situation.
With Russell Westbrook.
It's a way better
and the
situation.
Man can't shoot.
It's not.
And we cap strapped.
No.
Yes.
It's not that. No, look. It's not that I'm out there by myself, but the Clippers present me a much better situation. I got Lou Williams. I got Patrick Beverly. I got Kawhi Leonard. I got Montrez. I got a whole slew of Landry Shamet. I got a whole slew of options. They can't even guard me. They got to guard me one-on-one. Mm-hmm. And I've been hurt. They got to guard me one-on-one. And defensively, I probably won't even get hurt because I don't have to be the best defender every night. Because I got Kawhi and Patrick Beverly and the rest of the people I know.
When I said Paul George had to be the best defender and the best player on offense every night, which is why I got him over Harden.
I did not agree with you about the offense part. He had to be the best scorer. But offense is more than just scoring. Russ was still giving you 10 assists, leading the league in assists.
Paul George was averaging 28 and giving you 5 assists.
But
shooting way better all over the floor.
Russell Westbrook is still
way more efficient.
Russell Westbrook is still going out there and leading the league in assists, and it wasn't 5 assists, it was 4. Russell Westbrook is still going out there and giving you 10.
I'm sorry.
Russell Westbrook is still going out there and giving you 10 assists, leading the league in assists. You can't discount that. He's been doing that for 3 years. You cannot discount that. That is offense. It takes some of the weight on you offensively. We can't just key in on you and same with the finals, right? You can fucking box and one Steph Curry because ain't nobody out there with him. You put Klay out there and KD out there, and take some pressure off him offensively. He can maneuver a little bit more. You can't just key in on me the same. When you got a man going out there still giving you, no matter what you want to say, he's still giving you 22 points, getting 10 rebounds, and getting 10 assists. If I get the ball off the glass, take it up court, fly it up court with Russell Westbrook's speed, and Paul George fly to the corner, and people collapse on Russell Westbrook, and I kick it out to PG.
Paul George played with Lonzo Ball, same thing.
Lonzo's great. But
Paul George played with Ricky Rubio. He might not be able to grab the board, but he can make a pass.
No.
Stop, bro.
And also, no with Lonzo, because Lonzo right now is not the threat finishing at the rim. So, no.
I mean, they shooting about what and what.
I mean, yes, I feel you, but come on, G.
No, they shooting about what and what.
I feel you.
They shooting about what and what.
I understand that, G, but if you need a bucket,
they shooting about what and what.
I feel you, G. But
tomato when it comes to them shooting.
I feel you, but if you need a bucket, who you going to?
Shit, I don't know.
Right.
What kind of bucket? Is it a 3-point bucket?
Right.
If it's a 3-pointer, give me Lonzo.
Alright.
If it's a dunk, give me Russ. If it's slashing to the rim, give me Russ. If it's a mid-range shot in the open, give me Lonzo. Give me anything Lonzo outside of 12 feet.
I disagree with that. I think
Period.
From 3-pointer, sure,
give me Lonzo. Anything Lonzo.
From 3-pointer,
anything outside of 12 feet, give me Lonzo Ball.
From 3, I'll give you Lonzo. Everywhere else, no, give me Russ.
Russ shoot like Giannis at this point.
Look.
Beyond 12 feet. And I'm cool on that, fam. Because the man is still dominant. What? And I'm not arguing his dominance.
Exactly. So you're saying he's dominant, so that takes pressure off of him. That's all I'm saying.
But stop.
That's all I'm saying.
Stop telling me that because Harden had a way better team. So I can make the
They
argument.
weren't there half of the year. I agree with you, but they missed mad games.
I'm sleep on your.
They
whole
weren't
argument.
fucking there.
I'm sleep on.
When Harden went on that. Listen, bro. When Harden went on that when Harden went on that whole 30-point streak, half of the team wasn't fucking there.
Sleep, my dog.
That's why it was so incredible. That's why he was averaging 40.
That's why you don't play 30 games. You play the whole season. Exactly.
And look.
No, G. Stop.
That's why this year he averaged 36 and last year he averaged, what was it, 30?
I'm not going to agree with you, so we can.
I don't know how you cannot how can you not disagree with me?
Damn, Anthony Anderson, shout out to you, bro. Somebody donated $20. Yo, shout out to Anthony Anderson.
Appreciate you.
Is that the real? I gotta look at the app and shit. I had to see if that was really you. Yo, shout out to Anthony Anderson. We appreciate the donation, bro. Thank you, man. And somebody said, "Damn, a $20 don't know." Exactly. Yo, shout out to you, Anthony Anderson. You the fan of the show. I'm gonna make sure I put at the bottom, fan of the show, Anthony Anderson. Actually, I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna start screenshotting the biggest donation, and I'm gonna put y'all biggest donation on the screen for the happy hours. We appreciate that, Anthony Anderson. That's $20 of hard cold cash.
My thing is, when you have
thank you, sir,
less talent around you, or when you have teammates out, you have to do more. So yes, Harden had more talent than that OKC Thunder team. Of course, the issue is half that talent was not playing half the year. That's the issue. Look at the games played. Not the talent that the team assembled together, it was the games played. I think the Lakers still had one of the most talented rosters in the Western Conference last year. The issue was them motherfuckers ain't played.
Y'all so disrespectful to Giannis. This man Ricky G is sitting up here talking about something. Don't tell FIBA that Giannis is the best player in the league. Like, G, stop that, bro.
I don't think Giannis is the best player in the league.
Stop. Y'all can disagree with me saying Giannis is the best player. I don't care about that. He is the best player in the NBA to me right now. Period. Point blank. In the store. Period.
Not to me.
I don't care. Y'all can say what y'all want to. After that, you can argue for whoever's next. Because there is no clear number 2 best player in the NBA.
There's no clear number 1 best player in the NBA.
Yes, there is.
No, there's not.
Giannis.
No, there is not.
Yes, there is.
No, there is not. No,
Giannis.
it is
the
not.
guy that just won MVP.
It is. He shouldn't have won MVP.
Harden ain't even top 5.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
He's not. Not top 5.
How can you say that when you say?
Over Kawhi.
How can you say that when you say you value offense more than defense?
I value
and hold on. Harden is clearly the best offensive.
Still gave you 27 a game.
Harden gave you 36 and 6 assists. And
he wasn't top 3. And he wasn't top 3 defender in the NBA. You might not think Giannis was, but I don't care.
I do. Top 3 defender in the
Paul
league.
George was top 3 defender in the league. I'm telling you, these guys have to go out and be the best player on offense on both sides of the ball. Period.
No.
So that is why I am putting them above a guy who has to play one side of the ball.
Paul George doesn't have to do that.
Who has to play one side of the ball and doesn't win.
He doesn't play one side of the ball. And Giannis don't fucking win.
Harden got up to the conference finals.
Harden got more time than Giannis had.
Harden got bounced like a bad check in the second round.
Harden got
bounced like a bad check in the second round after being up in a series in which Kevin Durant tore his Achilles. And
Giannis went up 2-0 and lost 4 games straight.
You have no
to an ailing Kawhi.
You have no ammunition.
To an ailing Kawhi.
To the Raptors.
Okay.
To the Raptors.
Fine. To the Raptors. Okay, and he lost to the Warriors. And he lost to the Warriors.
And he lost to the Warriors.
Don't get me wrong.
I know. I just said.
Okay, then.
I just said he lost to the Warriors.
So why you say the Kevin Durant list?
Huh?
He lost to the Warriors. Don't do that. Say he lost to the Warriors.
Because they were the Kevin Durant-less Warriors.
That's still a very, very good team.
That's who the Warriors were.
That's still a very, very good team with 3 All-Stars.
And I give Kawhi his credit. I never took nothing away from Kawhi. Kawhi averaged, 30 and 13, damn near for the whole playoffs when he needed them. One of the greatest, I've said it a million times, one of the greatest offensive.
So how are you putting Kawhi over the Giannis over Kawhi?
Because I think, as I just said, and for the millionth fucking time, for all of you that ain't listening to what I just fucking said, going in the next year, for the year 2019, the year 2020, the players that I think will be the top 50 in the NBA, that is what my list is. It's not based on what they did last year. It's based on what I saw from them before and where I think they will go. If you don't agree with it, I do not care. I do not care. I do not care. That is who I'm projecting to be the top 50 guys in the NBA next year. If you don't like it, I don't care. I literally don't care. I don't care. He's literally gotten better every single year he's played basketball. I don't think that the guy who just won MVP, who's 24 years old, who again is 24 years old, is going to come back and be worse.
I said it's going to be worse. I just think he's the best player in the league.
If he gets better, if he gets any much better, he was already giving you 27-12 in like 2 blocks in a steal game. If he gets any better, what the fuck else you want from him?
He's not the best player in the league.
If he gets any better, what do you want from him?
He's not the best player in the league.
If he gets any better, what more do you want?
Score better.
Gee, all right, bro.
Score better.
All right.
Score better.
You're the same person that sat up here and told me Shaq wanted to score numerous times. So I will never judge anything you say about scoring. I don't care.
Better.
You don't accumulate scoring to put the ball in the bucket. You accumulate the scoring to get shots from different spots.
Yeah.
Where did Kyrie get his shots at when they got beat by the Bucks and he got holed by Drew Bledsoe? Where was his shots coming from? I didn't see all of this shit in all of that shit. No, yeah, you know what you did? Clank, 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 clank. Sad face. I'm a New York. I'm a Brooklyn net.
And look, also in that series again, I think a lot of people just discount what Marcus Smart does to that team.
Yeah. Because Marcus Smart. It should make, because Marcus Smart is the reason why Kyrie Irving can't go out, and a guy who you telling me is better than a guy who is a top 5 player in the NBA can't go out and be a top 5 player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You're wild.
Same as you saw how Steph looked. Hold on, wait. You saw how Steph looked when Klay went next to him. Didn't look the same, did it?
Huh?
You saw how Steph looked when Klay went next to him. Didn't look the same, did it? He had one great game. Next game was elbow and step back tools. Did not look the same.
That's Number one, that is untrue.
Ooh, how?
The man averaged 30-something for the whole series.
Look at his shooting percentages. Now look at it. Look at the man's shooting percentages.
You want to know what I want to bet?
What?
They was all better than Russell Westbrook's shit was for the whole last season.
He shoots better than him. He shoots better than him.
Stop.
Of course.
You just sit up here and told me Russ is dominated. It don't matter about him shooting and doing all this. The motherfucker go out there average 30.
He wasn't giving you 10 assists.
He wasn't giving you 10 assists in the process. 30 in the finals, and you sit up there talking about something. He wasn't doing the same thing. Comparing him to a guy who lost in the second. Comparing to a guy who lost in the second round and who was clearly the best player on that team and did not show up.
Listen, what I'm saying is this.
Stop it.
No, look.
Disrespect. Stop. Why are you always gotta disrespect Steph? Like, what's Steph doing to you?
Motherfucker, what I'm saying is this. When you take a man starting backcourt player off the team who takes pressure off of him on both sides of the ball, people look different.
Steph got better once Klay got hurt.
No, he didn't.
He did.
No, he didn't. Not the second game. No, look. Hold on,
Steph
wait.
got better. He just didn't get the same amount of open looks.
Look, listen.
Every time he was getting double to triple team. I expect him to make it because he's the greatest shooter of all time. But let's not act like he wasn't getting double to triple team the whole season.
Yeah, he was.
I'm sorry. The whole series. They weren't running a box and one.
And you can't do that with Klay on the court. It take pressure off the man.
But don't tell me he got worse when Klay went off the court. When
he did. He did. He was getting fucking box and one. He was getting boxing one. He could not score as easy.
You run a boxing one
because he could not score as easy.
You run a boxing one because the guy is so dominant. You can't defend him man to man.
And listen, if you put Klay Thompson on the court with him, you can't do that. What I'm telling you is this: if you take a man starting backcourt player off the court with him, it puts more pressure on him on both sides of the ball, which is why he was so tired. And I think it was game 4.
Come on, bro.
It puts more pressure on you on both sides of the ball.
Everybody was tired. I don't want to hear that. Kawhi was tired. Stop.
He was.
Stop.
Which is why he left and went to the Clippers. Why? Because he'll have less pressure on him all year. That's why he left.
That ain't why he left.
Yes, it is.
You know why he
left.
It's
part of why he left too.
That's not why
it's part of why he left.
You're a liar.
It's part of why he left.
He was coming to the Clippers 6 months before he came to the Clippers.
But also look.
So let's not act like.
But also look.
No.
But listen.
Did we yes or no? No in March that Kawhi was coming to the Clippers.
But what? Hold on.
Stop.
But no.
So stop.
Let me talk. But will you not agree that if you look at what Kawhi has this year with the Clippers and what he had last year, there is less pressure on him to be the best version of himself every single night?
He didn't have to do that last year.
Yes, he did.
What Raptors team was you watching?
Yes, he did.
The same team that only lost 2 games when he wasn't playing?
Yes, he did.
The same team that beat the Warriors without him?
Yes, he
did. With a healthy Kevin Durant?
Yes, he did. They win Game 7. Bro,
I'm not talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about...
I understand that. The regular, look, but listen.
What?
They were a good regular season team regardless. Still, this Clippers team is better than this.
What's the playoffs built for?
Bro, this Clippers team...
What is the playoffs built for?
What?
Stars.
This Clippers team is better than this Raptors team was last year.
Only if Paul George is on there. Only if he's on there. Only if Paul George is on there.
Okay, that's fair.
Only if Paul George is on there.
But he came with him. That's fair, but he came with him. Also, Kawhi said, I'm not going anywhere without another star. That's why he wanted one more star with him. So you can't just key in on him the same way.
We all know Kawhi Leonard never planned on staying in Toronto.
And he said, if you get me another star, I will come.
The facts have been, for the past 2 years, Kawhi Leonard has tried to, him and his, group have tried to get him from San Antonio to Los Angeles.
And
but Greg Popovich, to spite him, traded him to another country.
And he wasn't going to, allegedly, he wasn't going to come with if they did not get a second star. And they got that second star in Paul George. It is harder to key in
on. And it ain't no guarantee he was returned. We don't know where he would have gone.
We don't know, but it probably wouldn't have been the Clippers.
Bro,
without that second star.
He was coming to the Clippers.
With a second star. With a second star.
Bro.
The whole time was create enough cap room to get 2 people, not just one. Were we ever talking about Kawhi Leonard coming here and it just being Kawhi? No. We were talking about Kawhi and Jimmy, Kawhi and AD, Kawhi and somebody else.
That's kind of untrue. We was talking about at first before they cleared the cap room with them trades to be able to open up a slot for a second max player. We was like, yeah, somebody could come here, but they would probably have to take a discount unless they get rid of these contracts.
And they got rid of the contract.
Okay then.
Exactly.
But the conversation was somebody could come there, but they might not be able to get what they need, which means that he might just be the guy coming there. If they couldn't get rid of the contracts, you think he was just going to go back to Toronto? Hell no, he wasn't going to go back to Toronto.
Go to LA?
Hell no. We all knew him and his family, everybody knew that he was coming to LA, period. Now, whether it was going to be the Lakers or the Clippers, we didn't know. We were told the Clippers in March, and it became the Clippers. Let's stop acting like it was some surprise. It ain't no
I didn't say it was a surprise.
That's not what I'm saying. Big players in the playoffs to show up for the teams. Steph Curry did not get worse because Klay Thompson wasn't out there. They were just able to key in on him.
Exactly, because Klay not fucking there.
Bro.
Like, gee, what the fuck are you not understanding?
But this is my problem with Harden. Kevin Durant wasn't there. So that you're the MVP, right? You're the guy. You telling me this guy is all of this and a bag of chips?
Game 6
have 2, 3. No. I don't want to hear about Game 6 because there were many games before.
It was one game before.
You gotta lose 4.
Half a game.
You gotta lose 4 games in a series. You gotta lose 4 games in a
Yeah.
series. How many games they lost in the playoffs the past 2 years?
What, to the Warriors?
To the Warriors.
Like 8.
Exactly.
The Warriors have a great team.
No, how many? No, they lost
like
8 games.
They have a great team.
So this guy who you was telling me is so
He lost to one of the best teams of all time.
This guy who you're telling me
he lost to one of the best teams of all time.
This guy who you telling me deserve all these other people's MVPs.
He lost to one of the best teams of all time.
This guy you telling me.
He lost to one of the best teams of all time.
This guy you telling me.
He lost to one of the best teams of all time.
This guy you telling me.
Are the Warriors not one of the best teams of all time?
Without Kevin Durant, no. Without Kevin Durant, you got a 3-2-1 lead. Hell no. Hell no. Without Kevin Durant, you got a 3-2-1 lead. I mean, you got a 3-2 lead in the series. Hell no. I'm sorry. You had they have a 2-1
They had no lead.
The Rockets?
They had no lead.
Even if you tied.
It was a tied series.
Where's your guy?
But listen,
you just
bro.
sat up here and you told me, well, what about Giannis?
But
Giannis got to the conference finals, won 2 games and lost 4. But your man's Harden, Kevin Durant tore his Achilles and they lost 2 straight games.
But here's also the thing. Here's the thing with the Warriors without Kevin Durant. They're not a better team at all. But with the way the Rockets play defense, also you take that man off the court mid-game. So you haven't even scouted for the way that they're going to play now.
What defense got to do with Harden missing key free throws?
That shit was terrible. That's game 6. That shit was terrible.
After time.
Oh, no,
end of the game. After end of the game. When you need him all the time.
Wait. Whoa. Listen. Wait. I got you. Game 6. I'm not talking about Game 6. Game 6 was the worst basketball game I've ever seen from a team in my life. I'm talking about Game 5. When a man gets hurt, I think it was, the third quarter? He got hurt in the third quarter, right?
Yes.
Third quarter, right?
Like toward the end of the third quarter. Or
so you get hurt so basically you play a whole game with one scheme. And then immediately he gets hurt, the whole scheme switches mid-game. You ain't even got halftime to even no type of adjust. Not saying that they are a better basketball team without Kevin Durant. They just play completely different. So you switch up your whole scheme on the fly, you ain't even scouted for it. And that has nothing to do with Game 6. Game 6 was the worst basketball game I've ever seen from any team ever. Ever. But game 5, you got basically 14 minutes, and they switch their whole offense that they've been running pretty much the whole year, and go back to what they was doing 2 years ago. That's tough to deal with. Now, granted, on paper you would think, okay, we can pull this out.
I'm listening to you. You copy, please.
It's not a plea. It's just facts.
Please.
It's
and
facts.
I'm telling you, it's just facts. Paul George and Giannis every game have to go out and be the best offensive player and the best defensive player on their team. And that is why, and that is why Giannis and Paul George are ranked as high as they are in my rankings. And if Paul, but also I've said this about Giannis, said this about AD, I've said this about Steph this year, I've said this about LeBron this year. I'm gonna say it about Harden. We gonna see what all 5 of them guys are made of this year. We gonna see what they are all made of this year. Cause the real ones gonna rise to the top. The fake ones, the wash ones, wink wink, you gonna see. Anthony Davis. If Anthony Davis ain't the best player in the NBA, I don't want to hear that man's name. Period. If I'm not talking about every night how Anthony Davis made the most spectacular play I've ever seen in my life, or he went out there and gave me 30, 15, and 5, I don't want to hear about him.
That's fair.
You come to LA to be a small cat?
That's fair.
When you the young guy?
That's fair. I don't have to.
So if AD don't show up this year, we gonna have a conversation. If James Harden ain't top 3 in MVP voting this year, it's gonna be some big conversations. It's gonna be some big conversations.
But look,
if Steph Curry ain't top 5 in MVP voting this year or top 3 in MVP voting this year, we gonna have a conversation.
I don't know if
LeBron ain't top 10 in MVP voting or at least a top 10 player this year, we finna have conversations.
I don't know
all year long. So get ready for it, fam. Get ready for it. But stop copying, please, for them, man.
I don't know if Harden would be top 3 in MVP voting only because I think him and Russ would kind of cancel each other out. The same way that they had Steph and KD kind of cancel each other out. I think if Russ continues to put up, look, if Russ continues to put up triple-double type numbers, I think they'll cancel each other out.
He ain't cancel out Paul George, and Paul George averaging 28 and 7 and 4.
Yeah.
What?
What?
But he's supposed to cancel out. Yes. That's why I said you're telling me he's the guy. Listen, you keep telling me he's the guy, but you keep giving me excuses for why he ain't the guy.
But listen, you also just said the Rockets had a better team than the Thunder last year. You just sit up here and said that Harden had a better team. So you really just insert Russell Westbrook on a better team. No, they're not going to be top. He's not going to be top 3 unless he does some. And also, how can he have a better season than what he had last year?
Who?
Harden. How? Besides averaging 40.
Easy. Go back to the way he played in the year in which he averaged, it was like 28, 12 rebounds, and like 8 assists. That's where you go back and you make your bones.
It wasn't 12. I think it was 31, 11, and like 8.
Whatever. Tomato. That's still
MVP. Better than 36, 6.
Yes. You want to know why it is?
All right.
Because what was they, 6th seed last year? 4th seed? 5th seed?
4th seed.
All Harden this year need to do is average 31, 11, and 7. And win with Russell Westbrook, and win, and win, and
but
win,
part of what made
and win, and
but
win.
Part of what made last season so incredible was the fact that he had everybody hurt.
All you gotta do is win. All you gotta do is win. Win. I done seen every single number, every single stat, every single whatever you want to accumulate for James Harden. Win.
But part of what made last year so incredible was Harden for the fact that
just go and win, James Harden, and then you will never ever hear me say nothing bad about you again. Take your own team to the finals. Then you won't hear me talk trash about you.
But the part of what made
he don't win. That's why I don't like him. He don't win.
To me, what made last season so incredible for Harden was the fact that half the team was hurt. So you go out there and get 40 with what it was like 3 stars missing at one point. That's what made it so incredible. He went out there and averaged 36 because he had to, not because he wanted to. He had to do that.
I disagree with that notion, though.
He did.
I disagree with that notion.
Why?
Because the same way that everybody loves to talk about how Mike D'Antoni teams don't work for more than a year or 2 years is because they feel like he comes in and offensively like creates these cheat code schemes that you can't guard for. You couldn't guard for that scheme last year. Nobody knew how to guard that man. Who could guard him?
Who?
Harden. You took a 5-on-5 game and literally made it an isolation basketball game.
Okay.
If you do that with any of the greatest guys that can dribble and shoot as well, or even get to the lane as well as he does,
I disagree with that, bro.
But you haven't seen anybody other than the Michael Jordans, the Carmelo Anthonys, the Allen Iversons, the Steph Currys, any of those guys that can hit that level. And I didn't even include Kyrie in there because of how good he is offensively.
He would
You've
break down.
never seen any of the
break down.
No, but
bro.
we're not talking about physics. We're not talking about people's bodies.
That matters, G. Like you gotta play 80.
That is why
you gotta play 82 games that way.
That is why I just said people who think Mike D'Antoni teams are cheat codes and schemes. That last year was a scheme. It was a scheme.
I feel you.
That don't mean it's gonna work this year. So if you Harden, I gotta go practice new shit. He got the motherfucker. I seen this motherfucker take a left.
That was wild.
I've been seeing this man and Rico Hines taking one-legged 3-point fadeaway step back. Now don't get me wrong. He add that to his game, and he wins. Hey, we gonna have to really start having some conversations. Cause you can do one-legged step backs from fading away from the 3-point line forever. You ain't gotta be strong to do that shit.
You do gotta be strong.
You ain't gotta be.
Yes, you do.
Look, yes, you do. Nah, you ain't. Okay,
yes, you do.
Okay, fine. Okay, you ain't gotta be athletic to do that.
You ain't gotta be athletic, but you gotta be strong.
Klay said he want to play till he's 40.
He can.
He tore his ACL what? 28, 29?
28.
It's a long road to
he
40.
Can play till 40.
Why? Because he can shoot. If Harden can do this shit and hit it from the left leg, like I saw, like the man literally went right.
That was wild.
The man said,
he did. Bing.
Went right, and then hit the left, and then I'm like, yo, you're left-handed. I forgot.
Nah, if he out here hitting one-legged step back threes, I don't know. Like if he breaks that out mid-game, I might faint.
So
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
The whole point is like all of these guys to get the top. Everybody in my top 10.
I agree with that.
Everybody in the top 10 is we gonna have to have a conversation.
I agree with that. That part I agree with.
If you gonna tell me there's no definitive best player in the NBA,
there's not.
Then that means that, like I said, if you're telling me that there is no definitive best player in the NBA, then there's nothing wrong with my list. It's not. And you can go back to it and you can pick it apart. But if you're telling me there's no best player in the NBA, then any of them top 10 guys you could put up there and make an argument.
If I was ranking best player in the NBA, I would go with Kawhi. He's the default best player in the NBA. Like de facto best player in the NBA.
Why?
Because he won Finals MVP.
I don't agree with that
listen,
notion,
but no, look, listen. He had probably, I would say,
Kevin Durant wasn't better than LeBron in a couple of them years. Even when I used to argue it, he wasn't bona fide better than LeBron in some of them years. But
look, listen. Here's the thing: if KD would have never got hurt, come back in the season, I would say Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant got the Achilles. He got the so I had to throw out Kevin Durant. So if I throw out Kevin Durant,
you Achilles folk.
Kawhi and the Raptors beat the MVP. Did that not happen? It happened. They went up 2-0 and he beat them. Yeah. No matter what you say,
he beat both the MVPs.
He beat both the MVPs. So when I look at it,
unfortunately,
do I think Kawhi Leonard is actually the best player in the NBA? I don't know. But if I'm making a list, I don't know how I can make a list right now and not put Kawhi Leonard as the best player in the league. I don't even think the man should have won Finals MVP, but he did. The fact of the matter is he did, and he won.
Sorry, the stream just died for some reason, but I'm plugging in hardwired. That's gonna cut off. But yeah,
the fact of the matter is he did, and he won. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So if I'm coming and I'm making a list, I gotta rank Kawhi Leonard number 1 until anything changes. Now,
I'm sorry.
Now, hold on. Who do I think the best player in the NBA is? I think it's Anthony Davis. But Anthony Davis got to show me he the best player in the league. I agree with you. He got to show. He got like you. New Orleans. I agree. Now look, I don't always think it was a fact of New Orleans not surrounding AD with talent. Yeah. I think that the talent they surrounded him with had unfortunate things happen to them. Right? Like you bring in Boogie, he tears his Achilles. You brought in Eric Gordon. He look like he can't play basketball no more. He go to Houston. The man look revitalized.
Shout out to everybody out there that was it's unfortunate that the stream because it records the audio, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate. So y'all probably hear it until when it cut off, which I think cut off right around the hour long mark. But
oh damn, we didn't get that whole part.
No, well not the last part, no, because the audio records through there now because that's the only way we can do both.
Damn.
But anyways, we still are here. And once again, shout out to the homie Anthony Anderson for donating, man. That was real. That was mad dope. Sorry, the stream got disconnected. But we are back. For some reason, the whole Wi-Fi went out. Like the whole shit went out. Oh, it's not even on. Yeah, the stream. I don't even know if we stream right now because the stream thing went out. So the whole Wi-Fi went out. So sorry about that, folks. But yeah, man. Damn, it's still offline. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But oh no, instead it's starting to stream. But
well yeah, let me go. I guess we gotta go back on that whole thing.
Let's talk about something.
Nah, man, I wanted to get my point across, and they didn't hear my point.
All right.
I think after last season, when you look at how last season ended, if you look at the season, Kawhi Leonard was the last man standing when the dust settled. He was the best player on the best team. He was the last man standing. So come in the next year, I think that when you making a list, you have to put Kawhi Leonard number 1. Do I actually know if he's the best player in the NBA, like really the best player in the NBA? I don't know.
He's not, but
I don't know. He might not be. I think there is no definitive best player in the NBA for the first time in a while. I think this year will be a fight for that best player spot. But right now, Kawhi Leonard is the de facto best player in the NBA. He beat the Sixers. He beat the MVP. And he beat the Warriors. And I know the Warriors was hurt, but no matter what you want to say, when Klay tore his ACL, the Warriors were up for it.
I mean, the Sixers were hurt. Their best player had
whatever. He was on the court.
Shitting himself the
whatever.
whole time.
He was on the court.
Yeah, I'm not.
They was on the court. They won by 1 point. They still had to beat him. All that said, they won on a game-winning shot. All that said.
Yeah, which is why I'm not just gonna catapult.
It don't matter. The Bucks series,
one
the
of
Bucks
the best bounces in history.
It don't matter. The Bucks series, the Bucks go up 2-0.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think they won because of. I'm not gonna necessarily put that on him though. I think the Raptors made a ton of adjustments.
And Kawhi was one of them. Did Kawhi not do a great job on Giannis?
Like literally, Bledsoe couldn't even stay on the floor at the end of that series.
Also, I think
he couldn't stay on the floor at all.
Also, I don't know why Coach Bud kept sticking with Bledsoe. Put George Hill on the court. He was playing great.
I agree.
Also, Kawhi did a great job on Giannis. You can't discount that. He did a great job guarding Giannis. A great job guarding Giannis.
He did. I'm not upset at it.
So he gets past the Bucks, and then you get to the Warriors. Obviously, Kevin Durant was hurt. Whatever. The game when Klay Thompson get hurt. Again, the Warriors were up 4. They won the championship by 4 points. Mm-hmm. So you still had to go out there and win that game. Kawhi was a part of winning that basketball game. And won Finals MVP. I don't necessarily think he should have won Finals MVP, but he did. Hands down, he won it.
Yeah.
So, when you're coming back into this season and you're making a list, I don't know how you cannot put Kawhi Leonard atop your list. Now, I actually think Anthony Davis is the actual best player in the NBA. But Anthony Davis has to go out and actually prove to us he's the best player in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like I said when the stream died, I think this year is like those 2 years when Mike was gone.
Somebody said Pappy's first words were, they said your first words were, but look, listen.
Oh my God, this was that game?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Blake just dunked on Perk. Yeah, this was that game. Yeah, this was that game. I ain't even get to see it like that. Look at it, he can't even say that.
Bro, remember he deleted his Twitter after that?
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, shit. That's why they started knocking Blake ass out the air though.
Yeah, it was like, you're not doing that to me.
Yeah, that's exactly
You're not doing that to me. You're not doing that to me. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like I think this is a lot like 93, 94, you know, when I think Olajuwon was the de facto best player in the league. And then Mike came back, Mike lost. Then Mike came back 95, 96, reclaimed his throne for 3 more years.
So who coming to reclaim their throne this year? It ain't LeBron.
It might be.
No, it's not LeBron.
It might be.
He's not even the best player on this team.
Dame said he's still the best player in the league.
Look, Dame got strapped up by Jrue Holiday and driven down the freeway in Portland.
Hey man, Dame is a great. Jrue was a great defender.
And then they gave up double-digit leads to the Warriors. And I feel Dame. Sometimes shit just happen. He said it happened. They good. I feel them.
They good.
They are good.
You still want to get 3 straight?
No, fam. I don't want to hear that. I don't care about his opinion on that. I dead ass don't care about his opinion. And Blake legit dunked that ball. His finger hit the rim. Like he didn't. It wasn't like when he threw the ball in.
No, he dunked that ball. He dunked that ball.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine being that. Could you imagine being in the media seats?
Y'all might have got up and like ran down the tunnel. Y'all might have jumped over the thing and ran down the tunnel. And kept running. I might have got up, ran down the tunnel, and literally kept running.
I couldn't imagine being in the media seats. But that was back when Donald Sterling was on the team. I don't know if I wanted back then. But once again, shout out to the Clippers organization as well. Shout out to the LA Sparks. Yeah. But all right, last topics. Let's get out of here. Last topics, last 15 minutes. Let's get out of here.
You don't say last topics and not say nothing.
I mean, what do you want to talk about?
Say something.
What do you want to talk about? We talked about my list the whole show.
Did you see my perimeter defenders list?
Yeah, I don't disagree with it. Motherfuckers that mad at it don't watch enough basketball. Like when people you don't watch enough basketball.
Somebody was like,
if you think Patrick Beverley is a top 5 perimeter defender in the NBA, you don't watch basketball. Like none of those guys are argue. I mean, you can argue against, but you just. I feel everybody. You're a Klay hater, but it's cool.
I don't like look.
Cool.
No, but look, listen.
I don't want to argue about it because we had argued this one time.
Who are you gonna take off the list for Klay?
Huh?
Who you gonna take off the list for Klay? Who?
I'm gonna take off Pat Bev, and I'm only gonna take him off for Klay because Pat Bev can't really guard 3 spots. Doc tried to make Pat Bev guard 3 spots, and Kevin Durant dropped 50. He can't guard 3 spots. He can guard 2 spots.
Gee, it was Kevin Durant. Gee, he's 7 fucking feet.
Yeah, but night in, night out, he can't guard 3 spots. He can guard 2 positions. Klay can guard 3 and sometimes cover a 4. I'm talking about versatility. All NBA defenders, Pat Bev, all NBA defender. But if I got to take somebody off, I'm probably gonna take him off.
Okay, I'm not
if
gonna.
You got to take somebody off. Who you got to take off that list?
Who?
Your list, your perimeter defenders list. If you got to take one person off for Klay, who you taking off?
First of all,
no, I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you have to, who you taking off? If you had to,
probably
gun to your head.
Probably Pat.
Exactly. So,
but look, if I had, if I had to take somebody off, it would be PJ over Klay. I'm going Tuck.
Wild, G.
I'm going Tuck.
Wild. No.
I'm going Tuck.
Oh,
I think
PJ can't guard 1s and 2s like that.
He can guard 2s.
PJ can guard 3s and 4s and occasionally cover a 2 on a switch
and a 5.
Okay, PJ can guard 3s, 4s, and 5s and occasionally a 2 on the switch. Don't act like that man PJ out here night in, night out guarding 1s.
Klay not consistently guarding 1 through 4.
Klay night in, night out had to go out there and guard that man Kyrie Irving in the finals.
And got sauced up.
Did they win more times than not?
Okay.
That's all that matters.
He got sauced up.
Did they win more times than not?
Was that why they won?
Hell yeah. Didn't LeBron and Kyrie drop 41 in the game together? Yes or no? When that man Kyrie was on, nothing you can do about it. When Kyrie is on...
Was Kevin Durant on that team?
No, he wasn't.
Okay, then. Stop
So
that.
what, they won a ring before that? What happened the year before that?
They was dead.
Kevin Durant played on a team that lost 3-2.
That happened? Okay.
Okay then. What you talking about?
We talking about the Cavs series.
Klay had to switch on KD all the time. Guarding Russ. He won guarding Russ and KD?
Okay.
Curry won. And that's my dog.
Steph was guarding Russ. Steph was guarding Russ. No. You the one who said Russ can't shoot and you can lead that man. So don't do that. We just spent the first hour talking about, and also I don't think Klay.
Gee, they had Steph Curry on Andre Roberson. Stop it.
They would switch him on there, and the man can't shoot.
Gee, they had that man on Andre Roberson. Gee, Steph is my dog. Stop.
What?
You crossed the line.
Ow.
Gee. They had that man on Andre Roberson.
So he ain't spent no possessions on Russ.
They hid that man on Russ.
So he ain't spent no possessions on Russ. None.
When they put him on Russ, it was because the team wanted him to get switched on Russ.
Okay, then, and what happened?
And usually they didn't. Usually they didn't. They're like, you want to stand over there and guard Roberson? It's Roberson. He's not gonna shoot anyway. Like,
which is also why
Klay
I
on
think
anyway.
which is also why I think if he would have stayed, they would have had a better chance of winning next year.
I don't know about that
because they added Oladipo, and I think allegedly Horford was about to sign with them, and then when KD left, he went to Boston. That would have got you past the Warriors, in my humble opinion.
In my humble opinion, Steph is my dog, but they was hiding that man. And there's nothing wrong with that man being hidden because his job is to go out there and get buckets. I'm cool with that. Go out, get buckets, don't make mistakes. When you make mistakes, while you getting buckets, that's when we got a problem. Kyrie, all he did was make mistakes the whole series. And the whole playoffs. The whole series versus the Bucks and the whole playoffs. That's why that team didn't look that good.
I mean,
you can say Marcus Smart all you want to.
It was more than just that.
You can say Marcus Smart all you want to, but if the guy is Kyrie top 10 NBA?
Debatable.
Exactly. Is he still better than Steph Curry?
More times, yes. He's more skilled than Steph Curry.
No, I asked you, is he still better?
He's more skilled,
player to player right now, is he better than Steph Curry?
Yes. He's more skilled than Steph Curry, yes.
How?
He's a more skilled basketball player than Steph Curry.
Steph Curry top 10?
Yeah. But he's a more skilled basketball player.
You my dog.
Listen, bro, when I'm
listen, I got to say,
bro,
my dog.
Listen, bro, when I'm ranking players,
you
for instance, like, bro, when I'm ranking players, more goes into it than just how talented they are. I just sit up here and told you I think Anthony Davis is the best player in the league, but I'm not gonna put that man number one yet. Did I not just sit up here and tell you this?
Yes, but you gotta chill, bro. You've been on a crusade for 18 months and you've been wrong for all.
No, I think he's more skilled. I do. He still got to go out there and prove it.
Is he a better player though?
He's more skilled.
Is he better?
He's more skilled.
Better, yes or no? Is he better, yes or no?
He's more skilled.
Is he better?
He's more skilled.
Is he better, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Stay with that.
Yes.
I want you to keep that same energy.
Yes.
Keep that same energy.
And I think that Kyrie...
Keep the same energy you kept all last year. Including when you was silent, you talking about Warriors fans. I ain't seen you talk about Kyrie all summer.
What?
What you mean what? I ain't seen you talk about Kyrie all summer.
Let's talk about Kyrie Irving. I think that this summer, the fact that he's not rehabbing like he was last summer. Last summer he was rehabbing. I'm assuming Obviously, because you didn't play in the playoffs all year. You got to take the thing out your knee. So you had to make sure your fucking knee was working, that you was rehabbing.
I think that said Shai Gilgeous-Alexander should be top 50. Boy, if you don't get your little noodle neck.
So look, go ahead. I think that this year, because Kyrie is not rehabbing, Kyrie can realistically come out here and be MVP candidate. I think he's also a person who come out here and be MVP candidate.
No, he won't.
Why can't he?
Why can't he? Because Karis LeVert gonna wind up being a better player than him.
Wow. No.
Yeah.
No.
Because Karis LeVert gonna wind up being a better player than him.
Now, I do think Karis LeVert will be an All-Star. I think Karis LeVert will make his first All-Star appearance, and I think a lot of the next success depends on the improvement of people like Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie. But I think the one thing that Kyrie could work on is taking out a couple of moves.
Kyrie got too many moves now?
No, it's like there are times and places to use them. Like when you're in certain ISO situations, there are times and places to use them.
Yeah.
But just like you can like do 2 instead of 3.
Crying man said the man got too many moves.
You can do 2 instead of 3 sometimes, and that can take your average up from about 23 to like 27. That's really just the next step, getting it up from 23 to 27. And I think that this summer, the fact that he's not rehabbing, he could actually go. Like you gotta think about it. Like look at how many times Kyrie has went to an offseason hurt, so he couldn't really progress his game. Even in some years he playing with Team USA. I think even the year
but I don't want to hear Team USA is injuring his game.
No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just like when you go out there and you take the summer off and you really like. Even Fish talked about this at practice the other day. He was, were you there when he said this?
No.
No, you weren't.
We're not keep it a buck 50 with you. I will go to Sparks games and cover Sparks games. Sparks games are fun. WNBA games are actually fun. I just wish the arenas would be full. But I'm not going to practice.
Listen, so he was like, so he was talking about some of the disadvantages with women's players and the fact that they don't have a chance to always go and get better because of the fact that they're playing year round. So there's no real time to like take off and like just work on your game and go out in the gym and get better and find new things at work. So I think the fact that Kyrie Irving is, for one, he's in a situation, he knows he's going to be there for a while. He's not hurt, which is number one. He's not hurt, so he can go into a situation and come back better. And I expect Kyrie Irving to come back better this year.
I hope he's better.
He'll come back better. He'll be better.
Because if we're not, he going to Stephon Marbury himself.
I mean, Marbury was still, like, great.
I'm talking about out the league.
He's not going to be out. Come on, he's not going to be out the fucking league, dude.
For real, he can Starbury himself. People don't like Kyrie. People don't really like Kyrie. And I personally really like Kyrie. I think he's a weird sometimes with his third eye shit.
Who don't like Kyrie,
but I'm fine with him being enlightened. But I feel like the media and even the way all that happened in Boston, I don't think Kyrie doesn't have any favor with anybody.
But I don't think
that's what I'm talking about. Not that people don't like him, but he don't have no favor with nobody because of kind of just how he's been operating himself.
But also, it's the thing with the Boston situation.
It's not that he's a bad person. I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm not saying he's doing anything. I'm not saying he's strangling dogs or none of the wild shit like that. I'm just saying, like, it's very easy in the NBA to become a guy that everybody likes to the guy that everybody doesn't like.
That's fair.
Look at Chris Paul. Look at Carmelo Anthony.
But also, the one thing that Kyrie has that they didn't is he's won. And I think that when you win, you get a little bit more leeway.
Yeah, but as a B player, though.
It doesn't matter. He still won. He won.
Yeah, but he was really more of like the worthy, but I feel you. He's really matter. In his spots more like the worthy.
It's fine, but he won. He won.
Yeah, but like,
and he hit and he won and he hit the shot. When you win, you get a lot more leeway with things.
I mean, I hope.
Same thing like look, when the man sat down and didn't want to take the thing. You get leeway with that because you won 3 rings, so people don't even forget about it.
You get leeway with that because Michael Jordan is playing baseball right now, and we can't go get that man. And you the only person that we got, and you already only giving us 23, and we only scored 86 a game. That's why. Get your ass up. We need them points and that defense. Get out there on that court.
But look,
Mike ain't coming back.
But he with the ball situation. I've said this many times. Like, I don't think that was so much of Kyrie's fault as the fact that it's an unprecedented situation in NBA history. You've never seen that before. At least I don't think you've ever seen that before. Like, when have you ever seen a situation in which your 2 superstar guys are out and a team goes 1 game from the finals?
Yeah, but I don't want to hear about that though.
That matters. Like,
telling me this guy is better than Steph Curry. If you that good,
but listen, bro,
you gotta be that good.
But look, listen, bro.
If
like
you money
but, bro,
all the
I
time.
I don't think people account
when Steph Curry ain't money. I'm upset with him.
But I don't see it.
You tell me I'm irrational when I'm upset with him when Steph Curry ain't money.
Listen, I don't think people account the human factor in locker rooms at all when they talk about basketball. People think it's just all on the court. Like, bro, Rozier, then we was thinking last year before the man Kyrie came back, we talking about, is this man going to be an all-star and get a max? This motherfucker ended up getting sick.
I don't know who but I feel y'all.
People weren't saying that.
I wasn't saying that, but okay.
I wasn't saying that either. But you was thinking, oh, next year Rozier gonna be an all-star. He gonna come out and average 18 points. That man ended up getting $60 million from the Hornets.
I don't know why anybody thought that when everybody knew Kyrie Irving was coming back.
But listen,
I think that's foolish and that's the media narrative.
But look, Tatum and Brown, right, had a great season. Great postseason. Brown, Tatum looking like the next star.
Boy, hold on. Theron Wright, he said TPJ like a diabetic Russell Westbrook. Just kidding, fam. Boy, your little noodle neck head ass, boy. I can't even see your Avi is so small. Little bean head ass. Go ahead, my bad.
Tatum.
I just saw that. It's trying to slander me.
Tatum, basically, Vinny Del Negro was a coach. Exactly. Jesus Christ. Tatum taking way more shots, being a focal point of the offense. Now you bring Hayward back and start him immediately.
Vinny was low key better for them than Doc was, and I got mad respect for Doc. But Vinny was not a great coach. But if they would have kept him in a Luke Walton situation where they just let him learn for a couple years, they would have been alright. Because they offense to me was, they defense was better. They defense and decision making was better under Doc, but I felt like offensively they were better under Vinny, and they were much more of a hybrid than it was just like Chris Paul standing around holding the ball. Just look at this game and look at all of these and look how many times Chris Paul is just standing and holding the ball. He did a lot of that in Doc's system. He didn't do a lot of that on the Vinny system, which is also part of the reason why Vinny was gone, because Chris Paul probably didn't like Vinny and was like, yo, get the guy that can't be the coach. And then Doc Rivers is free. You like, oh, well, we go get Doc Rivers.
They traded for Doc. Yeah.
I mean, still. I mean, he was free. Everybody, we knew Doc. Doc just the Celtics just didn't want to have to pay him the last year of his contract. So it's like, you want to go find you a deal, you bring that motherfucking pick back. Like Kawhi told the Clippers, if you want me to join, go find me another star. The Celtics said, you want to get traded, go find me a pick, go find me a trade.
But again,
which I'm sure low key, the Celtics probably got in their treasure trove of picks.
They use it this year, I think, or no, they haven't. They use it, or either they have it next year.
That man Danny Ainge is a wizard. But he's the real wizard.
But regardless, so you bring Hayward back, and now you got to sit Brown to the bench for Hayward, and you don't even know if Hayward has no chemistry with anybody because he literally played 7 minutes last year. So it's like you have all this stuff, you have all these egos, and I don't think everybody on the Celtics was in a situation where winning was the most important thing. And I think that we have to stop lying to ourselves and thinking that, for one, getting paid and securing your financial future for a lot of guys is number one, first and foremost, especially when you're coming into the league. Now, when you on your second contract already, it's a little bit different. You got some money in your pocket. Your family is pretty much secure for the rest of your lives, hopefully. But you're talking about guys still on their rookie deals trying to get paid. Like if the year goes how it's supposed to last year for Brown gets a contract this offseason. Yes, he does. He gets a contract this offseason.
But Jaylen Brown also didn't play that well last year.
But you want to know why? Because his shots are coming. But no, look, his shots are coming from different places. Also, Hayward is taking half of his shots. Hayward comes back and starting. You don't know where to put Hayward at. Hayward has to start because his contract is a fucking max. So it says start. Really, Hayward should have started off the bench. But you not paying nobody $30 million to start on the bench. We gonna at least see how your motherfucking ass working and start lineup first.
I'm not putting Jaylen Brown's poor play last year. I'm not putting Jason Tatum's poor play last year, or Terry Rozier's poor play last year on Kyrie Irving. If you a hooper, go hoop.
It don't work like that though, bro.
Look, you talk locker room dynamics. Locker room dynamics ain't got nothing to do with when you wide open on the court, and we ain't talking locker room. In the locker room, make the shots. Jaylen Brown was bricking shots all year long, making stupid turnovers all year long, and for the most part was getting sauced up on defense. At least before you could depend on the man to defend, get his ass sauced up, and you not making threes. Yeah.
Now look. Listen, everybody obviously needed to play better. But I think that I'm not going to just dump all the blame on one person or dump blame on his people. It was a lot of things wrong with Boston last year because, again, I think it's one of the most unprecedented situations in NBA history. And I think everybody involved will be much better off this year. Everybody involved. I think Boston will be better, and I think Kyrie and the Nets will be better.
This Clippers team was low-key. If you would have had Prime Blake on this team, woo, they was running a lineup with Chauncey Billups, Mo Williams, Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, and that's Reggie Evans, right? And Reggie Evans, stretching them out.
Chauncey also tore his Achilles. I don't know which year was it. Was it this year or the next year?
It might have been the next year.
Which also probably hit was some of the reason why you give Chris Paul the ball more, because you had Chauncey, and you didn't really have another playmaker point guard after that. You had Darren, I think, beforehand, or was it afterwards? Because Darren Collison was on the team. Then you had Bledsoe.
Darren Collison was on there from like his young years though, like his rookie years, wasn't he?
No, Collison was
second stint.
I don't even remember. But Collison was on there. Then you had Bledsoe, so you didn't really have any other creators like you had on this team.
I'm thinking about Bledsoe, not Collison.
Yeah, like you got Billups there. Billups is a creator. You never really had that with Chris Paul after that. So like you can't put all that on Doc. You got to put that on the rock. But well, you kind of can. When did Doc assume the GM responsibilities?
I don't know.
Was it immediately or was it when he re-upped?
When he re-upped, I think.
Okay. So yeah, I don't think you put all that on Doc. Like Billups tore his Achilles, and that was pretty much it. So you had no other creator. So that's why Chris Paul gets to hold the ball all day. And Blake Griffin wasn't the same player now that he is then. So that's also another reason why Chris Paul gets to dribble the ball all day. Because who else needs to dribble? When Crawford get it, he just want to shoot.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I think
when Reddick get it, he just want to shoot.
But that's why I said that I think that Vinny wasn't that bad of a coach. It's just Vinny was low key. This is gonna sound bad. I don't mean to disrespect Vinny Del Negro, but even when he was with the Bulls, people just kind of, I don't know, people just felt like he was a weasel. Like, you know, yeah, like it ain't really that you could describe. Just like people just like, I don't fuck with you.
For one, I don't think that Vinny was Vinny even good as a player. I think he was mid.
No, he was a mid little shooter. I mean, most of his key years came when he was with the Spurs off the bench.
But see, that's like the thing about guys like that sometimes. Sometimes we get in the league and players don't respect you. They look at your history and pull up your history like, yo, we not fucking with you, bro. What can you tell us? You weren't that good.
Yeah, but
like somebody like Doc got cachet. You didn't even see Doc squabbling on the court many times. So like somebody like Doc got cachet and also was a very quality basketball player many years. So you can't just tell Doc certain things. Doc was a starting point guard for a lot of years. As opposed to somebody like Vinny Del Negro, it's like, man, shut your ass up, bro. I was better than you. You was trash.
I just think they just didn't care for him.
But
I personally don't think he was a bad coach. I don't really think he was that terrible for the Bulls. It's just like when you the Bulls, we don't have time to wait. When you the Clippers, we don't have time to wait. When you the Lakers, we don't have time to wait. So that's what it is. Somebody said D-Book is top 3 shooting guard in the league. No, he's not. Go sit down. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Debatable.
Stop it. No, he's not. He's not better than Bradley Beal. He's not better than James Harden. He's not better than Klay Thompson. That's already 3. Period. In the story.
I don't think.
Period.
He is.
In the story.
I don't think he is.
It ain't debatable. It's not debatable. It ain't fucking debatable. It's not debatable. It's not debatable. There is no debate. If you're debating, look at they win-loss record.
Debatable.
No,
that's
it
not
ain't
all
debatable.
On him, though,
huh?
That's not all on him.
So what make him a top 3? Because Because he give you points on the bad team?
Best scorer.
No.
He's a great scorer.
Everybody can put up points on the bad team.
Everybody can't put up 7 assists though.
Huh?
Everybody can't give you 7 assists though.
Yeah, but when you got TJ Warren out there who is a decent and you got Ayton. No, they had options on offense. They were just young.
Yeah, but you still had to be.
They were just young and a bad team with a bad culture. But Devin Booker is not. He's not that guy to me. I'm sorry. He's not even a leader to me. Like I hope DeAndre Ayton come in this year and take this team because I don't want to keep watching this team with him as the number 1 guy. Like I really want this to be Ayton's team, and I want them to either trade Devin Booker or figure something out. But like this should be DeAndre Ayton's team, and Devin Booker need to know you next. Period, big fella. You see Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons? You Ben Simmons. You look like him too. You look like him too. See Ben Simmons? You Ben Simmons.
You look like
the Mulatto brothers. You know what I mean? But all right, I'm ready to get out of here because I'm ready to go ahead and get some food because I'm hungry. Any last words?
I have none. I'll be doing my top 50 list tomorrow, though.
All right. Well, be on the lookout for Pavi's top 50 list. We're doing a morning brew tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you wake up in the morning if you're on the West Coast and watch us. If you're on the East Coast, make sure you check us out either while you're at lunch. We're doing a morning brew. The homie Scott is going to come through for a quick second. The NFL season starts tomorrow, Bears versus Green Bay. So we're going to break down Bears versus Green Bay. We're going to talk about the NFL. We also going to, hopefully, maybe Pavi's top 50 list might be done then. We can unveil it on the show if he wants to. And we're going to also, what I really want to start doing is start kind of really talking more so, not necessarily about like team previews, but just more so like who we want, the divisions in the NBA. On the morning brew, and then obviously we got to start the team previews. I mean, we did start last week with that weak ass conversation about the Charlotte Hornets.
Hey man.
But yeah, so yeah, man, it's your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram, Real TPJ. That's REELTPJ. It's a film jokey. If you don't get it, you're damn dummy. Somebody said Beal never put up 70. I don't care. I don't care about that 70. Continue.
That 70-point game was very overrated.
It's the most overrated 50-plus scoring output I've ever seen in my life.
Like, he didn't need to get 70. Like, they were losing like shit.
They were losing.
They were not going to win that game.
He was just
No. Devin Booker 70 is up there with Klay Thompson breaking that record in threes.
That ain't true.
They were winning by 50.
I thought you were about to say the 37 in the quarter.
They were winning by 50.
Okay, the Bulls game.
Come on, G.
But so what? I can't go get a record.
Okay, well, so what? I can't score 70.
Devin Booker didn't get the record though.
He scored 70.
The record is 100.
Motherfucker, he scored 70 points. I understand that.
No. If you Klay,
he got the franchise record. He got the franchise record. Does he have the franchise record? He would have
the franchise record like 60.
How you know that? What's the franchise record before that?
It was like
I guarantee you, Charles Barkley had like 62.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, I want to put it out of reach.
Exactly, bro.
Shut up. I want to put it out of reach.
No.
I want to put it out of reach.
Thompson
Somebody
had
might
like
get
10
65
threes in the first half. He only needed 5 to get the record.
And they started running every fucking screen for that man. He took 24.
Good.
That shit weak.
Wasn't nobody running those screens for Devin Booker. They was like this with their hands open and he was shooting that motherfucker.
No, they weren't. They was giving the man the ball, walking away from the man.
Exactly.
Go to work.
Shoot. Yeah, you want to know why? Because we down by 40.
Okay.
When Wilt had
down 40.
When Wilt had 100, I guarantee you the other team didn't have 150.
Did they win that game?
Yes, they won the game. You think the man in the locker room holding up the paper they lost the game?
I mean, see,
no, wasn't nobody even talking about that 100. That's why if they would have lost, they would have been like, he lost. That's why he was weak as fuck. Bill Russell better anyway. You know that would happen. It'd be somebody like you should have been telling me that. Hell no. If you score more than 60 in a loss, it count, but only in the record books. It don't count nowhere else for me. You do not get no kudos for that.
I mean,
when that man get elected to the Hall of Fame, I'm not finna be like, oh man, he scored. Even that Mike shit. Great,
he scored 60 on
great game.
86
great game. One of the greatest all-time games. But if we talk about one of the is that the greatest Michael Jordan game?
No, top 10 though.
But he had better games though.
Yeah,
when he won.
Yeah, that's fair.
Exactly. If he would have won that game,
I mean, one of but
that game went to overtime too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but if he would have won that game, don't get me wrong. Then that might be there. Mike probably got like 2 games where you're like, maybe. But when you lose. No.
I mean, Mike got like 2 games that he lost that I'd say still like some of his best games.
When you lose, the conversation becomes, I saw God out there in basketball shoes. Not, I'm mad as hell we just lost.
I mean, he said he saw God in that basketball shoes. He's like, what?
But like I said, when you lose, the conversation for the other team is, I saw God in basketball shoes. Not, I'm mad as hell we just lost. And he dropped 63 on us.
I mean, which one you want?
The win.
It's a real question. Which one do you want?
The win.
I saw God in basketball shoes, or which one?
I'm sure IT probably thought he saw God in basketball shoes. He saw Devin Booker. And he probably, after the game, he went and looked at the win-loss record and was like, nah, that's not a God.
No, the hell he didn't think he saw God in basketball shoes. See, that man Michael Jordan did this on Larry Bird and shot the ball. Ain't nobody do that shit 88 before.
Anthony Anderson, I got a lot of respect for you, bro, because you donated. Shout out to you for donating a 20 ball on the stream before the stream cut off. But 70 is not 70. I'm sorry.
70 is 70. But it was overrated, though.
Like I said,
70 is 70, but it was overrated.
Okay, look, 70 is 7, but like I said, only in the record book. I saw it. I was there. I saw it. When I saw it, I'm like, let me go watch this game. I'm like, literally, he just jacking up shots.
You were watching. I think I was on the way to Staples Center that day.
No, not watching that game. I'm saying when I saw he put up 70, I went back and watched the game.
I think we was going to Staples Center.
No, we weren't going to Staples Center. Why was we going to Staples Center? You might have been.
I think I was going to the movies with a girl that was about Staples Center.
I was about to say, I wasn't going to Staples Center. When I go to the Staples Center, trust me, I'm not checking for Devin Booker highlights.
Nah, I think I was like, just like, oh, like.